Knew it was coming mainstream. Here it comes. Racist clothing line. All right. Yep. Let's put it up full mass. Okay. Donald Trump has made being racist sexy again to racist people. Clothing line Will to Rise is the name. Targets racist individuals seeking, they want street fighter fitness for a race war. The company makes sports gear for white nationalists, including muscle tees, track jackets, militant active wear pants, boxing gloves, and hoodies emblazoned with cultured thug on them. Kid you not. The company specifically markets to members of active clubs, a global network of white supremacists who tribe and train, okay? The members of these tight-knit local chapters pursue street fighter fitness in advance of an anticipated race war or other violent confrontation. The active club aesthetic is gym wear and mixed martial arts prowess, according to them. So let's put up some of the attire. All right, so there's your boxing gloves. So Will to Rise is also playing the role of a corporate sponsor for white supremacy events. The company staged a second annual MMA tournament this August in a Huntington Beach warehouse decorated with white power flags all around. Many other fighters sported Will to Rise boxing gloves and other apparel. The company boasts its commitment to, and I quote, bringing high quality goods to our guys. Its white power symbols are often coded. Many items for sale carry the Roman numeral XIV, that's 14. And what is that about? That's what the neo-Nazi said. That's a reference to the 14 words, a dark oath about securing the existence of our people and a future for white children, end quote. There's a video montage on the Slick Will to Rise homepage that's a little more explicit. Let's go to it. Here it is. All right. So, white unity, action today, victory tomorrow, rise. All right. It's programming is what it is. All right. So let's put this one up. Their mission. Yeah, they have a mission statement. All right. So they got this, our mission. The company's white-only ethos extends to what Will to Rise labels its ethical supply chain with products exclusively made in Eastern Europe. So not a single hand touches the production that is not of like mind, end quote. The mission continues, we keep our people employed and keep all funds within our ranks. Active clubs are the brainchild for Robert Rundo, a white nationalist from Orange County, California. Rundo previously led a street fighting group called the Rise Above Movement. Federal prosecutors have described RAM as a combat-ready militant group that's part of a new nationalist white supremacy and identity movement. You need to know who these people are. Rundo was also driving a force in the creation of the Will to Rise clothing brand. The Southern Poverty Law Center recently included Will to Rise among entities it labels white nationalist hate groups. Rundo was indicted on federal charges of conspiracy to riot in 2019, stemming from RAM actions in Huntington Beach, Berkeley, and San Bernardino. Rundo alluded capture decamping to Eastern Europe, where he continued to organize around his violent brand of white supremacy, including morphing RAM into a decentralized network of active clubs, taking away centralization. The 33-year-old was collared in Romania in March, and his extradition to the US was announced August 2nd. He's pleaded not guilty to the conspiracy to riot. Charges is expected to go to trial in December. Now, see, this is a good opportunity for the federal government to employ what's called the RICO Act, or maybe a state government, maybe a local prosecutor You see, the RICO Act, even in the contextualization of state application, allows for a local DA to affix the charges and travel anywhere within that state the charges take them. Doesn't have to simply be in that local jurisdiction. But see, typically, law enforcement, prosecutors, they don't get creative with white supremacists. They get creative with, let's say, a teenager who made a, unwise decision. They get real creative about prosecuting them. New laws will be established to prosecute them. New gang laws. Why is it that when we see prosecutions of basically members of the Klan, they're never prosecuted under the gang law? Because it applies based on the reading of the statute, but you rarely see it actually done. I wonder why. Maybe because the statute wasn't written for white supremacists. Not that kind of gang, written for another kind of gang. Sharing thoughts here.
What's worse than the disgusting racists who came up with this Lululemon for white power, as they are describing it, is that there is quite a market for this. It has legs, as they say, Dr. Ritchie, and that says everything we need to know about us. It also seems to be that there is this thing in America where we're collectively proud of our worst moments in history. If this was Germany, they're still denouncing the worst parts of their history, but here we are in America. Here we are.
That's such an excellent point. It's as if we've become polar opposite to other nations that have already had to deal with this dynamic. Many assumed that when President Obama was elected, we entered a post-racial society. Remember people said that? Obviously quite the contrary.